1,000 times. You got what I need, babe, I need your spotlight. Along the lines of social suicide, I refuse to die, not by your side. So I'll take what I can from you, then I'll hide. Let's save the lucid dreams for another time. I still hate it when you're not there. I know I should, but no, I don't care. Still hate it when you're not there. This life's not fair. I want you out of my head. I want you out of my bedroom tonight. There's no way I can save you, 'cause I need to be saved too. I'm no good at goodbyes. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm no good at goodbyes. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm no good at goodbyes.
Good morning, planet Earth. Make today your bitch, people. Might be your last. Be good to each other.
All right. Welcome back to Late Nights with All Access. Myself, Mike Anthony. Right next to me, Miss Nat Boogie.
Hey guys.
And you just right now started the show with a dear friend of ours. I can say he was honestly the party of the nightlife. He's been in for a very, very long time. Recently passed away, Mr. Freddie Garza.
Yeah, rest in peace. It's very, very sad to see how this virus is affecting, a lot of people. I know I have so many friends that were so close to him, and it's all, it's what I woke up to yesterday. July 4th night was popping fireworks. The next thing I know, I wake up to, the news that he had passed away that night while I was doing that. And it's just so sad it's so sad to see, and then you start seeing how he really touched, like how many lives he really touched, because there's a lot of my good friends that are suffering because of that loss right now. So prayers, God bless, his friends, his family, all his loved ones. It makes you realize, I think, it hit close to home for a lot of people and made them start realizing, this virus isn't a joke. It's not just a media hype thing. It's very real, and it's affecting, starting to affect people that we know. It's very sad.
It is, and what's sad about it is that, I think someone had posted that he passed away beforehand, and everyone got mad and said, no, he's not dead. And then the news came from his sister, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure who put the news out there. I mean, I would hope it would be family.
Family,
it
right?
should always be family.
Yeah.
To break that, But I did see there were posts that were coming out prematurely when I think from what I had seen was he was being taken off the ventilator, I think, and some people took that as he had passed, and he hadn't passed yet.
Yeah.
But then I think it was like 2 days later is when it actually happened. So just prayers, man. It's very sad to see. He wasn't, like a best friend or anything to me, but I had seen him, around in the nightlife, and we had, we would say hi to each other when we would see each other and stuff like that. So,
and I think that's the beauty of our industry, is knowing that you don't have to be best friends or good friends, but you kind of recognize who's been in the game, and you show respect, and you either say hi and small talk. Because I can honestly say the same thing about Freddie. Wasn't a close friend. I can't say, I have his personal number. I can't say any of that. And I would never claim that, but I could say that every time I saw him out, he was always just happy, outgoing, the party of the life, or the life of the party, sorry. And it just, he always had good energy.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and I think part of it too is, when you're in the nightlife, like we have been forever. It's you kind of turn into a family, and so
yeah.
It's like, you start really feeling for each other because you understand what goes into doing what you're doing. And I think that's part of it right now. Is a lot of us in this scene, we're starting to feel, we're starting to have each other's back because we're feeling what everyone's going through, especially a lot of people, you know, bartenders and DJs that are, you know, out of work right now and stuff like that. It's a struggle, but I think knowing that you have people that are in it with you and that are there for you, and understanding that it's really more of like it's a family. It starts to become a family because it's your lifestyle and it's their lifestyle, and y'all are, you know, in it together, and y'all understand certain aspects of it that people from the outside looking in aren't going to. So we just wanted to take a moment to pay our respects to Freddie. And you know, send some prayers over to his loved ones. So
Yes, and as always, we appreciate y'all's love and support and tuning in with us on every Monday night. And please, if you can, make sure to like, comment, and share. If you have stories that you want to share about Freddie throughout the show, please do so. Don't hesitate. We'll be glad to, you know, talk about it throughout the show here and there. And also just wanted to share some news. We have accumulated over 125,000 views for this year alone. I think that's a huge milestone for us, just knowing that we're on our second year, halfway done with 2020. It's been
year and a half.
You know, year and a half, and it's been amazing to see what we have done with Late Nights with All Access. And it has to do with a lot of the viewers, of course, and the support that we get every week. But again, 125,000 views. Hopefully by the end of the year we can hit that 250,000. That's what I'm assuming. I mean, like, you think about numbers, you like 125 for the first 6 months. If you can do it, then you reach 250,000 years accumulated. And you know what the beauty of it is that we do it all organically. Of course, we could pay for the advertisements if we want, but we just let it just come natural. So I had to just give a shout out to all of you. And, of course, Nat Boogie for being part of this process since day one. And Steven, our producer, as well. It takes a team effort for all of this to happen. So we appreciate the love.
Yes, thank you guys. Everyone that has tuned in. I know there were people that were tuning in day one and saw where we were at with the dry erase whiteboard in a condo to where we're at now. You know, we've definitely come a long way. So thank you to everyone that continues to watch, to interact, that shares, that likes. Speaking of, please share and like this video right now. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for the support. Definitely appreciate it.
How was your weekend? How was 4th of July for you?
So it was needed because I had 3 days off, so it was definitely much needed. It wasn't the same as other 4th of Julys. I wasn't able to, you know, go out and party and wild out like I usually do, but it was nice. We went to the pool with Joshua and I, and then shout out to Jacob. It was his birthday weekend, so he came over. I hadn't seen him in weeks. So he came over and we hit the pool just for a little bit, had some drinks, talked about life, and then Joshua and I spent $150 on fireworks. So we went to like right in our apartments. We have a little lawn right in front of our apartments. So we took our little chairs that you take to the beach, little folding chairs. We took those out there. We put on Mystic. He was doing his thing at the Phoenix Virtual Lounge. So
shout out to Phoenix.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Shout out to Mystic.
That shit was dope.
That was dope. That is.
So we had him on, so we were listening to Mystic. We had the speaker out there. We had our fireworks. We had our drinks. And then some girls that we had met at the pool that happened to live in the building right next to us, they ended up wandering over and bringing like a blanket, and they found us. So they ended up just chilling with us. So popping fireworks was probably the highlight of... Actually, you know what? Not just popping fireworks. The smile we put on kids' faces was my highlight, because people were coming out and like taking pictures of the fireworks we were popping, and they were like bringing their kids over, and so we had some sparklers, so we would like give the kids sparklers and stuff.
Aww.
And they had like the biggest smile on their faces. It was so cute. So that was my highlight.
DJ Richie Rich says TP took an hour to start the fireworks.
Yeah, he had his finale. We were watching, or I went live and I was waiting. He's like, get this, this is my finale. So I go live and we're waiting like in a minute or two for him to fucking light it. But once the finale happened, though, it was pretty dope. It was.
Shout out to DJ Richie Rich. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Christine Long, sending y'all love. Stay safe out there. Thanks for tuning in. And I saw your message saying about Freddie. What else?
How was your weekend? What'd you do?
Our weekend was good. Our neighbor Anthony spent over $1,000 on fireworks. So he had a really good display of fireworks, a good show. I played basketball with my whole entire neighbors, and they had some young kids, and oh my gosh, I couldn't move like I used to. Like
Are you sore?
I am sore. I haven't played basketball, like a game of basketball, pickup game, in a while. But I mean, we had bought a basketball court in front of our house, and then we have an above ground swimming pool that we just recently bought.
Nice.
So I was cleaning that out. I was cleaning my backyard.
I'm putting you to work. Shit.
Barbecued. Excuse me. And then I decided to play basketball afterwards. I think that just got me so exhausted.
So you know how you feel old after trying to play basketball?
Yeah.
I was trying to learn a TikTok dance. So like the Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, the Savage remix.
Yeah.
So the TikTok dance is like the Beyonce verse and then the Megan Thee Stallion like the hook. And so I think I was almost through the verse of learning it, and then I started sweating too much. I was like, nah, this is. I was dying the next 3 days after. I was so fucking sore. I was like, man, I used to be able to dance all night, no problem.
I keep on telling myself I want to dance to like a song and just make a video, but I don't know why. Steven, we're gonna do that one day, Steven. You're gonna record me, and I'm gonna dance.
You want to be Chris Brown moves?
Want to be Chris Brown moves and everything.
I've seen them before. They're alright. They're not bad.
They ain't that bad. A little rusty, but you know what? In middle school, I used to break dance.
Did you?
Yeah.
I used to know a lot of breakdancers.
I wear K-Swiss, blue
Adidas?
jeans, Adidas and K-Swiss. I mean, I still wear Adidas right now, but still.
I gotta see you bust a
But
move.
I used to break dance.
Right
as
there,
a
you
kid.
got room.
I know I got room right here. I used to be really good at it too. Used to be.
Well,
Not,
if you
not
find
anymore.
a video of this,
I'll
you
probably break bones and
let
break
us
dance.
know. We're gonna show it on the show.
I won't be able to break dance. I'll break some bones. That's about it nowadays. But the weekend was good. It was nice to relax, chill, and then what else? Just it seemed like everyone was quarantined, which is a good thing.
Oh, I do want to call out Joshua because he was in the middle. So it's like the artillery shell, I think is what it's called, the big ones.
Okay.
So mind you, we're like in apartments. So but people obviously don't give a fuck. So he's popping one, but as he pops it, literally a cop is driving up. Like he gets caught red-handed. And the cop drives right up to him as soon as he's done. He's like, "Oh shit, I got caught, didn't I?" But they were super cool about it. They're like, "Yeah," but they weren't even there for that. I guess they got a call to check on something, so they were checking
really?
on it. And then as soon as they drove off, he just popped another one. We just kept going, but it was hilarious to see a cop drive up right away because he was kind of scared for a second. So
I bet who wouldn't get scared by seeing a cop?
they were cool about it though.
I mean, it is cool to know that they're cool, but I have to say, didn't you get that alert? Everyone got that alert about wearing the mask, and then also the mayor had mentioned for San Antonio not to be popping fireworks and stuff like that. So
They say that every year.
I know, but still,
Nobody listens.
Nobody
Especially now
listens.
while we're in quarantine. What the fuck? Where else are we supposed to go? Like, Woodlawn wasn't doing anything. Like, what the fuck?
But what do you think about that message about the fine of the mask? So if you don't wear your mask, people, you get fined $250. Do you think that? Do you think it's? I think it because of the fact that he made it mandatory. Just do it. Don't bitch and complain.
But
wear
why
it.
wait so long?
But-
Why did he wait till now to do it? Why wasn't this a thing like when this shit first started? When
I think it has to do with the chain of command. You know, you have. Let's not get way into politics, but you have our president saying something about the mask, then you have the governor saying something about the mask, and then the mayor has to kind of listen to him, and then the mayor's like, that's why they all got together, all the other mayors, to try to talk to the governor about changing it. So
Yeah.
but I think that what's crazy is, and I want to know if the viewers pay attention to some of the politics out there, but it's crazy to see how there is in the executive orders that if you have a medical condition, you can not wear the mask. But it's up to that establishment if they want to allow you to come in.
So if you have a medical condition, you cannot wear the mask, but you also may be more at risk if you catch the virus.
Yeah.
Just making sure I understand.
It's just a touchy area, I think.
It's all confusing. It's like so much different shit. Like I think yesterday or the day before, I saw someone. I want to say it was D1 or someone post that they saw that if you are asymptomatic, that you're not contagious. But this entire time, they've been telling you, even though you don't have symptoms, you can still pass it on to people. I'm so confused because there's so many like mixed messages. Like, what is it?
It is confusing because if you're in a household, and do we have any nurses or any doctors that are watching right now? If we do, please comment below.
Yeah, let me know. I'm confused.
Because what's confusing is, I know recently 2 people that are married, that live together, that recently got tested. One came out negative and one came out positive.
Yeah,
but that doesn't make any sense though. Like, how can one? I mean, how does that happen?
I don't know. I've been saying that too.
And so, like, we recently got tested, myself in our household, and we find out tomorrow. And I honestly don't feel any symptoms. Have not felt any symptoms.
I've been fine, other than like some allergy shit. And I've been around people that have been
allergies too,
exposed and positive.
And I've been around people that have been exposed, and I actually, they gave me fair warning. They say, hey, I was tested positive, here, this, or whatever, and of course they gave me that benefit of the doubt. I wasn't like around them, like, I guess they told me after the fact they got tested, Mm-hmm. So, like, say you and I hung out, and then 3 days later, you're like, hey, I got positive. Then that would be like, okay, cool. At least you gave me heads up. Yeah. Now I'll go get tested and see what happens with me, too, as well. But it's just strange on how people are catching the virus right now.
Yeah, Alexis said, I know someone who they were positive and their kids were all negative, but their mom was negative also, and they were all around each other. So just different immune systems,
Yeah,
maybe?
It is the immune system.
Yeah. I've been seeing that too.
And I'm glad that you brought that up, Alexis. Shout out to Alexis too, because she's gonna next Monday. She's gonna bring us some sweets. Some strawberry.
Have you seen those chocolate covered strawberries?
So let her know right now which ones you want,
they
because she was gonna bring them today,
amazing.
but we're gonna go ahead and get those next Monday.
Okay, I'll slide in your DMs, Alexis, because them hoes look so good. I think, is she calling it Isabella's strawberries? I'm not sure what exactly she's calling it. I know it's Isabella something, but they look amazing. So keep doing your thing, girl. If you want to post the info in the comments, we'll definitely shout it out.
Yes, definitely do that.
Really
Alexis.
quick, I do need to shout out Mitchell and Royal.
Yes. So today, what we have?
Royal Dreams Supply. So shout out to Mitchell. They have Royal Dreams Supply. So I'll do their social media and stuff later too, unless you want to put it now, whatever, Steven. But yeah, so I know I was talking about rocking some local brands, and whoever has a local clothing line, I want to support local. I have the flexibility and the freedom to do that now, and that's what I want to do. Sorry, but I didn't before. So
had nothing to do with me.
Well, we know. No, so I wanted to support local, and so shout out to Mitchell. He reached out to me, and he was the first one to send me a package. He sent me 2 t-shirts, and then I got this hat right here, a little dad cap. I was gonna wear it, but with my dreads it doesn't really work, so I used it as like a table prop. You like that? My little table prop. But yeah, shout out to them. Oh, thank you for putting that on there, Steven. I appreciate you. Instagram and Facebook right there, and they are going to have the website, royaldreamsupply.com, coming out probably in the next few weeks. I know he said mid-July, so a couple weeks or so. So yeah, shout out to Mitchell and to the whole Royal Dream Supply crew. Appreciate the love. Thank you guys for tuning in, for sharing, helping promote the show, and thank you for the shirts. And they feel amazing. Like, the quality of this shirt, it's like so soft. Like, I might just sleep in it.
No, I felt it earlier. It's a nice shirt.
It's really nice. Really good quality shirt for sure. So,
but that's amazing to see people that have their apparel lines. Like Nat Boogie says, we're here to support. So let us know what we can do. And Royal Dreams. I like the ball cap too. I was actually gonna go to the mall today and buy some ball caps. So anybody that has ball caps and all that, please send them our way. What kind is it? Oh, yes, this is perfect, too. Yes.
It's a dad hat.
Yep, I like these. Those are the ones I like the most. So if you have any hats, I will rock those. I love wearing ball caps.
I'll let you have that one, if you actually rock it.
I will rock it.
Okay.
I like wearing the ball caps.
It's hard for me with my dreads right now.
Christina Kruger, how's it going? She says earlier, it's true, he can dance and ball. She's been a friend of mine since middle school. So shout out to Christina. Vanessa, your daughter did the Footloose dance the other day. That's cute. Who else? Rocky, what's going on? Annalise, thank you. I think he had faith in SA and hoped people had enough common sense. So you're talking about the mayor.
Yeah, that's why they didn't do it from the beginning.
Yes, ma'am. Eric Mystic, shout out to you, brother. You did a great job again this weekend. If you didn't get a chance to watch DJ Mystic, I think he's changing the game by all means. Like the virtual live stream, I was very impressed with the production.
So I want to actually shout out X-Rated. Ray is actually the person. He reached out to me to see if there was something that I wanted to do with the whole, because I guess they're going to be doing that every weekend now.
Oh, yeah?
To see if there's something that I and the crew wanted to do with it. So I think him, and I want to say his name's Jesse. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I know it was their thing that they were putting on, and they actually had a couple DJs. So DJ Quick actually, I think, went on for a little bit. But I think there were some technical issues going on, so I don't think he got to do his full set. I know Mystic didn't get to do his full set the first night. But the second night, he went on. It said it was supposed to be 8 to midnight, but from what I saw, he went on till like later.
That production was just amazing.
It looked so dope.
I really, I'm fascinated with production, good quality in production. I mean, Steven does an incredible job with producing our show. We have the programmings and the equipment, but that production was really top notch. And Eric, you did an incredible job. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and this is coming out of the limb. When we talk about top 5 DJs, and this is prior to knowing Mystic, because I didn't really know who he was until recently. Because of you guys. Oh, yeah, I never really knew Mystic, didn't hear his music, and that's what happens in this industry is that, you know, you could be in one area and the other people can be in another area. You could be promoting 2 different, you know, parts of the town. You know what I mean? And you don't really cross paths until you have mutual people that do that for you, unless you just go reach out to people that you hear about and whatnot. And I can honestly say that after meeting DJ Mystic, he's in my top 5.
Yeah?
Yeah. He is definitely in my top 5. My top 5 before was, I can't name all of them out right now, but my top 5 never included him in it. But right now, at this moment, I think DJ Mystic is on another level compared to any DJs out there right now.
I feel like there have been plenty of quarantine nights where I was bored as fuck and all I did was drink and I watched Mystic and Esme because they're so, well, them two together are entertaining as fuck, but even Mystic himself is entertaining. Like, he just knows how to hype a crowd and how to get, like, people to interact. He's like, okay, throw your flames up. Okay, give me your hearts. Okay, give me whatever. I'm shouting. And he's shouting people out as they're doing it, too. So that's why I was getting some shout-outs on Saturday. I was out there like, yeah, I'm not
one to kind of like I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but I don't think I've ever like been this way with the DJ. I'm just like after.
What do you mean this way? Are y'all in a relationship or what just happened?
No, like
I've never
he's
felt
actually
this way
like
about a DJ before.
No, it's crazy because you think about a DJ and you think about appearance, you think about voice, you think about the variety of knowledge that they have when it comes to music, and you think about attitude, you think about energy. Like, there's a lot of things you think about when it comes to DJ, and some DJs have a strength here and there, but and they have some weaknesses. But after really seeing him play in person, like at El Typical, and then seeing him go live, and then seeing him just the way he is, I was just like, dude, this guy is really good. Like, he's really good.
Yeah, he
basically. And you gotta give
has
credit
it all.
you gotta give credit to those
Words
who.
do.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, he definitely has it all for sure as someone that's a DJ in the city, and he's been around for so long. I think that helps too. Is the networking piece is he has such a good following at this point. Like, as long and how much hard work he's done, he has such a good following. So many people that support him. So we love you, Mystic.
Javier.
And then I know they're doing another
Bromance.
one this weekend. Mystic, are you DJing this weekend? Because I know they're doing another one this weekend for Freddie. Actually, they're going to help raise some money for Freddie's family. So
yes,
I didn't didn't know who's I'm sure Mystic is DJing because he killed it. I think he.
If
had the
anyone
most
has
views.
the GoFundMe account of Freddie Garza, please comment the link below. We made a small contribution donation to the GoFundMe account. Please make sure. I don't think we have it, but if someone does have the link, please comment below for it as well. So there's a lot of talk about what's going on with this 2020 presidency with Kanye West.
Really quick before
Oh,
we talk about
go
that,
ahead, go
just
ahead,
because
go
I don't want to forget it, because
Go ahead.
Alexis posted her thing about her strawberries. She said her IG info is Isabella's _sweet treats. Facebook is Isabella's sweet treats. So make sure you hit her up, guys. It's Alexis. She's making some amazing chocolate-covered strawberries. And I saw she was thinking of doing like a chocolate-covered strawberry bouquet that looks kind of like a bouquet of roses, but it's not strawberries. But they look fucking amazing, and she can make all kinds you want. So make sure you hit her up. Instagram, Isabella's _sweet treats. Facebook, Isabella's sweet treats. Make sure you holla at her. Okay, what about Kanye?
Before we go to Kanye, I didn't realize that Steven, this is a true mistake, y'all. I was looking at the caption. I had a friend on my post said, "Hey, you got the name wrong," and the caption over here that we have is Valerie Guignon, and it's Vanessa. So
I told you it's Vanessa. Who put Valerie?
No, Steven did it by accident, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah, it's truly
That's
purely by
horrible.
accident. And because we're live, we can't edit the caption. But that is one of the topics that we are going to discuss on tonight. So I just saw the comment right now on my page. So please bear with us. That is a honest mistake. We do know her name is Vanessa. So. But before we get into that, wanted to talk about Kanye West. What do you think about that? 2020.
Is this a real thing?
It's a real thing. Kanye
you
West
sure
has been
this
talking
is a
about
real
it for. I think.
I know he talked about it before. But
I think it's honestly, I think it's well played. If he does really do it, he can't go for Democrat and he can't be a Republican. He would have to be independent. And if he is independent, then he's going to take away all Biden's votes. And he's good friends with Trump.
that's where I'm confused.
So-
Because I'm
so-
like, I would
so-
rather
so
it
you-
be anyone but Trump. But
so
then I'm
you
like,
have
last
to-
thing I knew, them two were I thought were cool.
Yep.
So I'm confused on that situation.
It's
I don't fucking know.
yeah.
It's whatever.
What do y'all
It's
think?
fucking
Do y'all think that it's even is it even right for celebrities to put their hat in to where they're like, "Hey, I want to be president"?
I would rather The Rock be president.
I
I saw that he was running for something. Some kind of political something or another.
He wanted to. He talked about the presidency.
I'd rather
he
it
did.
be him
The Rock.
at this point.
I
Shit.
think with Matthew McConaughey
That would
being
be
the
cool,
governor,
too. That would be
I
cool
really
too.
think he would be the right guy for it.
I'd fucks with it.
So, but to see Kanye West actually trying to
Abel said, I believe he has an album coming out also. So, exactly.
That is
There
true.
some kind of thing to make that happen. So people talk about Kanye and he's relevant
political
again.
stunt.
And the fucking, I mean, it's like the same thing that August Alsina with that whole thing going on. He had this album that just dropped and it started to do this whole
Jada Pinkett
Jada
Smith.
Pinkett thing. And it's like, and I was
So
listening to
did
the
you
album
see-
on the
did
way
you
here and it
see
wasn't that good.
Did you see the interview he had with Angela?
Angela Lee?
Huh?
No, I didn't watch it all.
I didn't watch it all. I just I remember seeing on Facebook. I saw something about Jada cheated on Will Smith, and I remember rumors were happening like that. So I Googled it and saw a 5-minute clip of his interview and him expressing his relationship with her, saying that he loved her and that Will Smith gave him the consent.
Permission.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what? Like, but he never really said, he never made it clear enough to where he had a physical relationship with her. He just said he had love for her. So I mean, and then they were showing pictures of them like really getting close to each other and stuff like that. So that's crazy.
Sorry, I'm looking at all these comments about the
No.
Kanye
Yeah,
thing.
we have a lot of comments coming in. That's all part of the show. People
He was
just
going to
continue
run.
comment.
He missed the deadline. All Kanye wants his attention. There's a few states that won't have Kanye on the ballot, so it would have to be a write-in vote. Didn't Kanye have a legit mental breakdown last year? I feel like that's not someone I would want running the country. I don't even think Trump is mentally sound either. Same, girl. I'm right there with you. Yeah, so that whole thing, I feel like probably was part of a publicity stunt at this point.
It is. I think it really is.
but-
And real quick, Amber Diaz, she just said, please use Freddie's sister's GoFundMe only. Yes, please, people.
Yeah, the original one,
Just
guys.
do you use the original?
I shared it on my Facebook, I think last
Perfect.
night, actually. So if you want to go to my actual Facebook timeline, it's right there. So yeah, that Kanye thing, I don't know. The August thing, so from what I had seen before, like probably a couple of years ago, was that they have an open relationship, Will and Jada. Now, if it's truly an open relationship or not, of course, I don't know. Because I love how people talk about celebrities like we fucking know them. Like, oh, I heard this. And it's like, bitch, we don't even know them.
I called Will last night, and Will said,
From what I heard.
he's like, man, he could get it.
No, but I saw that they were talking too, where they were talking about each other being life partners. They don't consider each other being in a marriage, and they don't actually celebrate their anniversary anymore because they're looking at each other as life partners. Like, this is the person I'm going to be married to, and they're going to have my support for the rest of my life, but they are free to do as they please, is what it seems like they're doing. From what I've gathered, because I did some Googling, some research as well today, and I was listening to Jada did a thing where she's saying, you know, we don't even celebrate our anniversary anymore. We haven't celebrated in years. We're life partners, so he's gonna have my support till the day I die. And he said the same thing. And you know, it takes you doing what you want to make yourself happy and stuff like that. So
I remember
don't know what their
him-
situation is.
I actually like Will Smith. I think throughout the years, he has matured so much. And Christina's comment about imagine Kim being our
Yes,
first
that's why I'm
lady,
laughing.
that would be some shit right there. She's known for sucking dick, so. But
wow,
I know, right? She-
episode 69 all over
I
again.
know.
I mean, that is how she became famous.
But that's how. You know what I want to know? Why is it that she got so much? Like, how did one sex tape for Kim Kardashian? Like, why was her sex tape big? Like, why was that like such a big deal? If she
Well,
wasn't even that big of a person.
But Ray
yet.
J was. It was Ray
But
J's
do you
time.
think really Ray J's that was big of a person too?
I think he had a couple hits at that time.
I know, he
but
did have
I
a
mean,
couple
and
hits,
there weren't
but-
really sex tapes. I think were like a bigger thing then because they weren't as out. Like I think that was probably one of the sex tapes that really started like the sex tape trend.
Because there was what Paris Hilton before that, I think. If I'm
Sure.
not mistaken.
I know she had one. I don't know. I don't keep
What
up
was
with all
that? The blondie, the white girl, the white. I can't even think of it. Anyways, but yeah, that's the only one I could think of. Paris Hilton beforehand, but then Kim Kardashian comes out and that just blew up. I'd never really like. I was thinking about it because Christina, your comment, I really thought about that. I was like, imagine her being our first lady. Like she got famous based on a sex tape that is just crazy.
Based on sucking some dick.
But anyways,
Well, apparently fucking Melania Trump ain't any better. Wasn't she fucking like, I don't know, a hooker or
their
something?
sex was boring too. Esme, whose sex? Ray J and
Esme, speaking of sex, did you ever find out about the squirting question? She
What?
posted
What?
the royal
oh my
the
gosh.
royal slave page. She was like, so
Oh
how do
my-
you work? Is there like a button or something? So I was going through some of the comments laughing. my
Really
ass
now,
off. Just curious.
Pamela Anderson, yeah. Her dad was OJ's lawyer. That's why she got famous. The tape was just extra drama. Oh, okay. There we go. She was in Playboy. She was? I didn't know that.
Yeah, as I'm saying, she was, yeah.
But anyways, going back to that. Wait, I'm not even gonna comment on that Esme stuff. That is just too crazy. I'm gonna just leave that to that, and that's it. Esme, you wild girl. You are.
Oh yeah, her dad was OJ's lawyer. That's how the family
Yeah,
actually became. I guess the family name became popular first. So it was defend OJ and then suck some dick. Is basically
Yep.
how that happened.
That
Sorry.
was crazy. Yeah. We just tell it how it is. That's it.
I think Kanye is gonna legalize lettuce. I think at this point they should just fucking legalize it everywhere. Weed. I'm talking about weed.
But going back with Will Smith, like I really think that Will Smith he did say something that I really truly agree. He was talking about the relationships with him and Jada, and he said that Jada has to be happy with herself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They both do. They both have to
Like
be
he
happy
said,
with
he said
themselves.
it's not my responsibilities to make her happy.
I actually read that
She
earlier.
has to be happy on her own, and I have to be happy on my own
Mm-hmm.
to where we can be happy together. And I think
That's
a lot of
anybody.
and I think a
That's
lot of
any
people miss
relationship.
that in relationships. I think a lot of people miss that because I think that when you're in a relationship, someone feels to where why don't you make me happy? Why don't you make me happy? And it's like you have to make yourself happy. You really do. So I could say that like I really like Will Smith when it comes to his inspirational, motivational little speeches he does here and there. They're really good.
I just want to see Jada. She's going to take herself to the red table. She tweeted.
Really?
Yeah, she's tweeted. I think there's some healing that needs to be done. It's time I take myself to the red table. So I'm curious to see this red table.
You know
talk
what
episode.
story I really thought was interesting between them was the relationship she had with Tupac.
Yeah, I saw someone talking about that here a little.
Will Smith was very jealous, very insecure with their relationship. And he actually publicly states this, that he was really jealous and really insecure about the relationship because he didn't know. And for years it ate him up. Like it really did. And so...
Wait, so were they together during the Tupac thing?
Yeah, they were together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, there's interviews that he talks about it freely and says that he was in the same room with Tupac and he didn't talk to him because he was just so insecure.
Oh wow, I
And
didn't know about that.
Jada had told him and said, "Hey, you should really, get to know him," and he decided not to because of his jealousy.
Wow, Will
And that-
Smith jealous.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I actually
But-
watched him in Independence Day on
Oh, you did?
Independence Day.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, we were talking about Will Smith. But yeah, there's a lot going on. I forgot. Yeah, it's enough. Kim Kardashian,
Yeah, no more
Kanye
Kim.
West, all that. There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
It is a lot, but we have a lot that we're going to discuss on the second part, as right now we're going to take a quick break. Again, comment below, share some stories about Freddy Garza. We did open up the show, just for those that are tuning in right now, our dear friend in the night industry that was loved by many people, Freddy Garza, passed away. And again, there is comments on here that are sharing his GoFundMe account from his sister. Please make sure that if you want, please make a contribution to them. It is really in need. And for the second part of the show, we have a lot to discuss. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with you guys.
At Empirical, we have traveled the country, developing partnerships with top farmers, cultivators, manufacturers, and distributors in the hemp and CBD industry. Our mission and passion are to educate our consumers about the uses and effectiveness of hemp and CBD. Our growers are continuously monitoring the quality of our hemp and developing efficiencies through cloning, seeding, and growing specific strands to meet the growing market needs. Our crops are tested to ensure we have minimal traces of THC while maximizing the highest concentrations of CBD. We then take the quality hemp from our cultivators to our extraction lab partners in Illinois. Taking that natural flower, using American-made extraction machinery to produce the premier distillate that you expect from Empirical. We then send samples to a third-party lab to ensure all potential contaminants are removed. At Empirical, we test our hemp at the time of cultivation, extraction, and creation of our CBD products. This information is available to you by scanning the QR codes found on every product we manufacture. This allows us to confidently share with you that our products, from seed to retail, are truly the best in the industry.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Josh, aka TP.
Hey, what's up? It's Nat Boogie.
Hey, what's up? It's D-Mon.
Hey, what's up, San Antonio? It's your boy Jake.
Hey, what's up? It's JT.
And we are the Nice Society.
I know we're known for going out and partying,
But it's time to slow down and take things more serious.
Do your part by getting tested, practicing social distancing, and staying home when you can.
If you must go out,
Wear your masks, sanitize, practice social distancing.
too many people we know are testing positive. So it's time we do our part to protect ourselves and our loved ones.
Stay safe, San Antonio, and we'll see you soon.
Stay safe, San Antonio. We'll see you soon.
stay safe, San Antonio. We'll see you soon.
We will be back soon.
Stay safe, San Antonio, and we'll see you soon.
All right, there you have it. Some quick messages. One from our good friends with Midnight Society.
Yes.
That's a good message right there, right?
Thank you. Thank you. I think we just wanted to spread the word and be like, yo, at this point, we're taking it serious, too, because I think at first, we weren't taking it as serious probably as we should have. I will say I'm guilty of it. But we got to the point to where, we wanted to be like, we're taking it serious, and we're known for going out. We're known for partying. So if we can stay home or we can, tell you to take this serious, too, and at least take the precautions, then hopefully some people will actually relate to it a little more, seeing people that they personally know, try to give that message. So I want to thank you, everyone that, shared that post and that has been supporting everything I do, period. So thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's a serious thing right now. The Rona.
It is.
It's
the Rona.
The year is fucking, this year just fucking sucks at this point.
You know what? When it comes to the Rona and the virus and everything, how do you take people's opinions and views and perspectives on it? If someone that has a different view, do you get upset, or do you just listen and try to understand someone's different views?
At the end of the day, you're never ever going to agree with 100% of the people you meet. It's never gonna fucking happen. So at this point, I've learned to, younger, of course, when you're at a younger age and you're a little more naive, you want to be like, no, I'm right, I know this, and let's argue about it. No, it's not worth my time, it's not worth my energy at this point. Life is way too fucking short. I don't have the energy to sit here and argue about fucking facts that none of us fucking know about. Mm-hmm. Even the doctors don't know. We're hearing different things every fucking day. We're hearing contradicting information. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. If the doctors don't know, I definitely don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it. I will hear you out. And this is about anything, period. I will hear you out. But at the end of the day, I'm going to still have my opinion as well. And I'm not going to expect you to conform to that and to 100% agree with me on everything. I'm not going to sit here and try to change your mind in a conversation. It's just...
But you can actually have a conversation with someone with different views.
I can have if they're able to have that conversation where we don't completely agree on everything.
I was sharing something on my Instagram storylines today, and I was really trying to understand this: is why people can't express their own views or question things or talk about other topics that are real issues, such as the COVID-19. Without people getting heated or emotional about it. And it's just weird because I like people when they talk about Trump and say someone doesn't like Trump and they bash Trump and say I agree with some stuff Trump says and I don't agree with some of Trump's things either. But I never get mad to the point to where it makes me want to cuss or try to bring that person down in a immature way. Like, I've noticed people that if someone says something that they don't agree, instead of trying to have a really debate on it, they get aggressive. And then they start calling them names, and then they start bashing them. And instead of trying to state some facts, they just go right past that and just like start just getting at them. And I just always wonder, like, why can't we have civil conversations about some real topics and not try to hurt each other while we're doing
each
it?
other for having an opinion. I don't know, and it's definitely something that we've seen, especially, you know, over the course of the last couple months with everything that's taken place in our, you know, country. It's a lot of shit that we've seen, and, you know, not just with, you know, the Rona, but, you know, the racism stuff and everything like that. Is like, people always feel a right to have the final say so, or they always feel a need to be right and to prove that they're right even if they're not. And it's just,
I like to be educated, you know that?
Exactly.
I love being educated. I love when someone, I love knowing that if I post something and someone says, hey, Mike Anthony, let me tell you something and let me show you this, let me give you some resources and look this up. I'll do my part.
I will take my time doing it.
And then I'll look at it, and if I see that it's something that I need to be aware of, I'll admit it. I'll be like, you know what? You threw me something that I didn't know. Because you said something right now, is that there's doctors out there that are saying certain things about the immune system, and then you have certain doctors that are saying stuff about the vaccine and drugs. So you have doctors in the industry that are, it's confusing.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
If a vaccine comes out, are you taking it?
No.
Why?
I haven't taken a flu shot or a vaccine since I was over 15 plus years.
Viewers, I want to know your answer as well.
I don't believe, and this is my belief, so don't get mad. This is my belief. I am my mom passed away due to lupus. So in our family, we have poor immune systems, okay? We also suffer from obesity in my family. We also suffer from alcoholics, drug addicts. So we have a silver lining of health issues in my family. Me, I work out every day. I eat healthy every day. Of course, I'll eat my sweets per night.
Your pizza and
my pizza, Big Red on Sundays. You know, I enjoy life, but I'm very active. I take my vitamins. I keep up with my immune system. After losing my mom, and she died at 48 years young and prescription pills, I told myself I didn't want to be like that. So for me, I have to stay healthy. You know, like, it's just part of me because I saw it firsthand. So the vaccines and all of that, I don't want to put that in my system.
I feel that. And everyone else seems to agree here as well. I do have Jack, Richard, Clifton, Christina said the government just wants to microchip everyone, which I did see that going around.
That is
too.
true.
Jonathan not taking anything. Monique, no vaccine. I'm the same way. I don't feel like I'm going to take a vaccine, and I've been the same. I haven't taken a flu shot in years, and I haven't gotten the flu. But you take the flu shot and you get the flu. Go figure. But I like what Christine put here. She put, it was a really, really spot on right here. She said, I think this year is definitely showing us what we can and what we took for granted. It definitely grounded everyone, no matter who you are. And I think that's really a very, very accurate statement right there, because, you know, at this point, I think a lot of people, you know, we took 2019 for granted. We took the last fucking however many years before 2020 for granted. Like, you know, just going out and just being with my friends. I can't even be with my friends right now. My friends are my peace. Like, my friends are like my family. I can't even be with all of them right now like I want to, because it's a health, you know, a health risk at this point. And there's a lot of people that I know that they're really starting to kind of break down and you know, starting to kind of be too much for some people, where, you know, people that I've known for a very long time that I've never even seen anything ever really phase them. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, a month ago, y'all saw me going through it, and people that have known me for my entire life have never seen me do that. But I think at this point, you know, a human can only take so much, and there's been one thing after another after another. Now Rona's worse. People are dying. People are getting really sick, and it's starting to break a lot of people down. But I think she hit it spot on, is that we took a lot of things for granted. And at this point, I want everyone, as well as myself, to be okay with saying that you're not okay. Because sometimes you just need to get those words out there and express that, and call your friend. Because I've had 2 of my guy friends the last 2 days, one today, one yesterday, that actually called me to have a conversation and let me know how they're feeling, and they're not okay. Like, people's anxiety is, like, you know, it's skyrocketing. It's just... It's a lot going on, but we definitely took a lot for granted, for sure. So I think it was a reality check for a lot of people. It's how blessed in some way our lives have been to this point, because there's a lot of freedom that's been taken away. I feel like right now it's crazy.
No, you nailed it. We have to understand that we're going through, these times are going to make us stronger at the end of the day, but we have to appreciate what we have in front of us.
Yeah.
We really do. And sometimes it takes stuff like this for certain people, or for all of us, to be aware of it. And it's unfortunate that there are people that are suffering more than others, but we have to come together to try to figure this out. And sometimes, you know, because I'll be honest with y'all, this mask, I'm not really... how do I say this? I don't agree with it, but doesn't mean that I'm not going to wear it, if that makes any sense with you guys. Like, I don't... I
think it's out of respect for the people around you.
Yes, and
that's what
I'm not one to say... perfect example. I've had a track record with the law. I don't agree with the law. I don't, but does not mean that for 1 second, if I see an officer, I'm going to be straight up rude or disrespectful. No. I'm going to obey the law. Just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. So I think that's where a lot of people need to understand, like, we all have our personal views, but the bigger picture is about other people too as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely being respectful of others around you that may not be able to recover from this as easy as it may be for you. So I think that's part of it. And then I like Rico right here. He said having faith in God. That's actually a conversation that I had earlier with Jacob. Was, you know, sometimes you just, you know, at this point when you resort to, you know, because my thing to cope when I'm going through shit is I turn to some kind of substance to make me feel better, and my friends. It's just how I am. It's what I've done when I was just growing up. And so now when you can't go out and enjoy your time with your friends or like your family, like, what do you do? And I think at the end of the day, like, we have no control over what's going to happen. I can't make this any better for you. I can give you someone to talk to and a shoulder to cry on, but at the end of the day, I can't take this away. I can't make your family member feel better. I can't do that. But if you believe in God, He is the only one that can. And so right here, I like how Enrico did say having faith in God, because I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes that's all you can turn to. It's just having that conversation with Him. So
it is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get as religious.
God is powerful, and the beauty of God is that regardless of you praying or talking to Him, He's there. He's always there, and we're not trying to get all religion on people, because that is a topic, of course, that people, you know, they have their own beliefs, but at the end of the day, we're human. And if we believe in God, doesn't mean that you have to look at us differently. You know, we don't look at anybody else differently on what they believe in, but it works, and He's there for us, and that's what really matters. Monique Nicole, you're asking, is anyone attending the protest Sunday for Vanessa?
I'm asking her to post the info on here.
And that is this topic has been very heavy on my heart with Vanessa Guillen, and I want all the viewers to share their thoughts about this. And even though we have a short period of time before we get off air, it's a topic that has been really, really heavy on my heart, and it just...
Ask what you were asking me before the show started. Ask the viewers.
So, when I heard about the murder of Vanessa Guillen, I didn't know all the information, and Melinda had shared some information to me about it, and I was paying attention and wasn't paying attention, and then all of a sudden I started seeing everyone post about it. So I started researching and looking at the family talk about it and everything like that. And what's heavy on my heart about this situation is that Nat Boogie, I was asking her before we got on air, was George Floyd was murdered by a white cop, which completely understand how everyone felt for it, the Black Lives Movement. I agree with it. But then when Vanessa Guillen got murdered, she was chopped into pieces, buried under concrete, and it was by a black man. And she didn't get that much media attention. Like, it didn't hit the news wave like George Floyd did. And my thing is that you have something that happened bad to George Floyd, which we saw firsthand the videos, and people reacted, strongly about it, to where there's police brutality, basically all cops are bad, and then you stand for what you believe in, and Black Lives Matters, but then you have a black man chopped up a girl into pieces, buried her.
That was in the military.
In the military.
Like, that was at a base.
So my question was to Nat Boogie, like, how do you feel about that? And I'm trying to understand this. Believe me, I really am. Black Lives Matters, but you have a black man that did this to a girl. Like, it doesn't matter what her race is. She could have been white, she could have been black, she could have been, anything, but she's Mexican. I get that. She's brown. And the family even shared their thoughts about George Floyd and didn't say anything bad about black people. They did not say, fuck black people, y'all no. They acknowledged his death. They said, we all need to come together. And it just made me think about it. I was just like, where are all those people that protested Black Lives Matters? Where are all the celebrities that put in all that money for George Floyd? Where are they for Vanessa? It's heavy on my heart. Like, you don't understand. I've been thinking about this for days, and I just want to know, like, what's y'all's opinions on this? Like, how do y'all take this in? What am I missing? A white cop murders a black man. Black Lives Matters. People are going against cops. But then a black man in the military chops up Vanessa Guillen, buries her into pieces underneath concrete. And then it's kind of not talked about as much. Am I missing something? I don't know.
I definitely feel where you're coming from, and I saw a lot of people talking about that over the weekend. I wish I had the answer for that, but I don't. It's sad though. It's fucking sad.
And I feel like it doesn't fit the narrative. I really do. I feel like there's things that are talked about and there's not things talked about. But at the end of the day, and I want to make this clear, when some people, when they hear Black Lives Matters, like if you had all the emojis of the fist, some people think Black Lives like this.
I saw that.
But it really means we're all equal. And I want to let you all know, not all cops are bad. Not all Mexicans are bad. Not all black people are bad. Not all white people are bad. Not all Asians are bad. We have some really good people in this world, and we have some fucking shitty ass people in this world. It's not a race thing. It really isn't. In my opinion, it's not. It's not a race thing. I think they're just good people and evil people.
I mean, yes, there's good people and evil people, but there is a race thing, very, very much alive still. I want to say,
well, yes,
I don't know
yeah.
if part of it is because this racism thing against black people has gone on for years, and maybe it was just another, the wrongful killings of black people has been happening for years, and it's been highlighted with all the names that they're coming at. And I think at this point it was just, we had this conversation on that show. It was just kind of the last straw for some people, and they really took some action. In the situation with Vanessa, I don't think it's necessarily a race thing. I think it's more of just the fact of this crime was committed in in the military, and these people are supposed to be protecting us. How the fuck are y'all protecting us, but you're over here committing some horrific shit like that? So I don't think this was necessarily a race thing. I think it's just he happened to be black and she happened to be Hispanic, and it's probably not the only person he's done it to. He might have done that to other people, and this is the only one that came out.
It could just be a sexual assault thing.
Yeah, it could have just been like a sexual assault thing, because she was a very beautiful female. And him taking advantage of the I guess the power he had, and her trying, I don't know all the details of the story. I do know there was some time where she was trying to speak up about it, what was going on, and they were just kind of, but then it's like makes you think like, well, this is a military that's supposed to be protecting us. How often does this happen? Because that probably wasn't the only time.
And I think those are things that the recruiters need to really talk about. It starts with the recruiters. I think recruiters really need to say, hey, you know what? We need to fix these things, because they're the ones who are persuading people to join the military, And you are right. Let me correct myself what I was saying about the race thing. There is racism still nowadays. I'm not saying that there's not racism and people are not racism at all, but there is a race thing that is still an issue. But I think that we need to stop dividing ourselves into groups, and we really need to come together and understand that it is a pivotal point with what happened with George Floyd. I think that really had to happen to where Black Lives Matters and all that. I understand that part, but I also think that we all need to come together as all in one unity. And that's the most important thing, unity.
So when you say we all need to come together, are you saying like you want to see more like protests taking place, or you want to see like what all do you mean? Because I saw a lot of people talking about like, well, why aren't all these protests and everything happening to the extent as they were before? But I also saw people commenting, well, that was us as black people taking that stand, and we initiated that for ourselves. And of course we appreciate our Hispanic, our white friends that came in, followed us, and they were saying, this is on y'all as, Hispanics or Mexicans to go on and make this movement happen. But at the same time, we saw this spike in cases happen after these protests too. So could that be part of it? You know what I mean? But I understand with the news coverage, because I feel like the news coverage definitely hasn't been, but I feel like a lot of that news coverage did come from the protests and stuff that were happening.
And Ruben makes a valid point right here. He said, how was Floyd death racist when only one of the 4 cops was white? That is true. That is true. So I think it's just the media, and I think there's more to it. But I will say this is that the protesting, I think that all those people that protested, I have to say this, it really boils down to talking to the officials and voting. It really does. I'm the protesting, that's all great, but you have to make that count by talking to the officials and voting. if you want to see any of those protests really change. Get to know your officials. We have so many votings right now that are happening, you know. We have different districts, different judges, different councils, you know. Do you really know every single one of them? Do you know who you're voting for? That's the thing, is that you can go out there, put a sign, you can march with people, you could talk about all these rights, but if you do not educate yourself to understand who you are voting for when it comes to election, then all that marching, all that protesting really doesn't do much. And that's my belief on it. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me, but I really believe that I'm okay with the protesting. I'm okay with fighting for your rights and your beliefs, but really just take the time to educate on who's representing us. You know, and it goes from city limits to state to the whole U.S.
No, I definitely feel you. I just want to read off some of these comments here. Monique said, this is exactly what me and my best friend were talking about earlier today. Vanessa deserves her justice. Everyone went so hard for Black Lives Matter, but everyone is so silent now. As a community, we need to stand up and be her voice.
Yes.
Valerie said we need to get through this together. Mexicans have too much pride to ask for help. What do you feel about that?
I think that in certain degrees, Mexicans can be prideful, but I also think that it's always been, the narrative has always been black and white. I mean, you think about it from the years prior to now, it's always been the narrative. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I'm just saying that the narrative has always been black and white. You don't hear,
even after all the like build the wall stuff and everything like that.
Yeah, I think that the building the wall wasn't as impactful as most, and it could be just the fact that, again, whoever said prideful, I think Mexicans are probably, that could be it. You know, Mexicans are probably too prideful to really stand up and talk. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Y'all share y'all's views.
Enrico said it's about justice needing to be served. That's it. And I think that's where the common ground is in these last, the George Floyd and the Vanessa was justice as well. Like, justice needs to be served. And
I do believe
it
in
was, I'm not going to say justice was fully served in the George Floyd situation. I know people wanted to see them get arrested, and that's what happened. At the end of the day, that shit should have never fucking happened, and neither should have this. So it's...
Police brutality should never happen, regardless of...
Brutality, period.
Yes,
it don't matter who the fuck it's from.
Like,
Brutality, period, should never happen. But especially from the people that are supposed to protect us in our city, for our country, whatever it is. How the fuck are you protecting us? And how are we supposed to sit here and feel safe if you're the ones that are making this shit happen?
They should have their fines doubled.
Fines doubled?
Yep.
They should, I don't know. It's just...
it's true. It's true because we are looking at policemen in the military to protect us, but yet there's some people that are just wrong, that are wearing a badge or a uniform, and that's not good. It's not, because you don't want our younger generation to think that they can't trust, the system. And
shit, too late for that.
You know what I mean? But I do believe in and I'm glad that we're able to talk about Vanessa, because
yeah, we need to talk about some real shit sometimes, and people be afraid to sometimes, and it's like, this is some shit that needs to be fucking talked about. So I mean, how are you gonna make a change if you're not fucking letting your voice be heard some way or another? We just happen to have a platform for it to be heard. So but going through some of the comments here, Christina did say, I think Vanessa is helping uncover something huge, is what I said. It's who's to say. I guarantee you this is probably not the only time some shit like that has happened.
No, it's not.
It's not. For Hood, yeah. How many fucking bodies have they found recently? Within the last,
because they found hers and they found another body.
They found a guy, and then I thought they found another one.
And then the shooters coming out there and everything.
Oh yeah, there were some shooters there a couple of years ago. The fact that women have been abused forever but kept quiet because fear of backlash. More and more women are coming forward and their stories are heartbreaking. And that's, I mean, not even with this situation. That's with the R. Kelly situation, the Bill Cosby situation. Like, there's all kinds of shit
Jeffrey
where
Epstein.
How do you Epstein?
Epstein.
I was like,
Epstein.
is it Epstein?
Epstein. Yeah.
Whatever
Jeffrey
his name
Epstein.
is. That guy. We're definitely gonna get into that right now. Lewis said, shout out to our guests that were on the show last week too, Lewis and Sandra. They're watching. He said Latinos don't like standing up for a raza. What does raza mean? The hood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me see here. Nessa said, yes, come together, but no more riots. Not necessary at all. I see no meaning to it, and all that solved nothing. Laura said, it's not just coming together for a protest, it's coming together to better our world. Yes. Let's see here. I bet half of the protesters don't even know their district number. Interesting.
That's valid because, again, that it goes based on what I just said right now. Is all the protesting, all the signs, all the marching, what good is that going to do if you don't know your district, if you don't know your councils, if you don't know your officials? What good is that going to do, you know? And it's not just seeing the most signs with the most name, you know, it's not. It's about really getting to know who that person is.
And what they stand for.
What they stand for, yeah. Are they really looking after all of us, or are they looking for just their own personal agenda, you know? And it sucks to know that politics is corrupt. It sucks to know in the police station there's some corruption. It sucks to know in business. I'm in business. In corporations, there's people that are corrupt. But the thing is that we have to make better choices as human beings on ourselves on what we have to do when we see corruption. We need to speak out. We need to inform. We need to bring that awareness. Mm-hmm. And it starts with us too as well if we see something go wrong. Not just to turn away and ignore it, because when you ignore it, it's just going to continuously happen. Don't be afraid of stepping in and being a voice.
I think Zesk also had a good point here too, because, you know, part of, you know, Mexicans being in this kind of fight as well is Mexican children in cages waiting for deportation should also be a topic. So I think that's definitely a part, because I mean, you kind of said it's been more like black and white, but I feel like there's definitely been some times where Mexicans and Hispanics have been thrown into this kind of race thing.
It has. It's just a fine line of everything right now. It really is. I think that we appreciate everyone commenting. Andrew, it sucks that we can't figure out a new system and make it happen. That's true.
Andrew also said, truthfully, we idolize movie stars and artists, but we should be making government officers and elected people famous. We should know them more than we know Kanye West, Kim K, etc. Very true. That's a really, really very accurate statement there. Women need to join together, from Priscilla. Women need to join together and fight the stigma that we are not good enough or that we could be taken advantage of. This isn't a skin color issue, it's a gender issue. That's exactly what I was saying. In this situation, I don't think it's just a racism thing. I think it's us as a females in general, shit that's happened to us for how long? Like, I mean, me as a female, I've definitely gone through some abuse my damn self. So I can only imagine, you know, females as a whole, this is something we've been struggling with for fucking years, and that's where I think this was. I think it was more of a gender, you know, sexual abuse kind of thing than like a racist.
And you think about it,
maybe that's where I saw someone say it didn't fit the narrative, because maybe that's why, because it wasn't a racist thing, and that's what the media was hyping up at the time. It
probably isn't, but it has to be talked about, because you think about the military, you think it's majority of men, you know, and then you have women that are going in it to where it's probably 10 times harder for a woman than it is a man. And I mean, I could see it being a gender thing. I really can. And it's just sad that Vanessa Guillen had to die like that. It really is.
It's fucking heartbreaking. Like, it's so, like, reading what really happened when the details came out, like, it's so
It made me sick.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like, it's gut wrenching to the point to where, like, first of all, how does someone have the mind frame and the mindset to be able to do something like that? Like, I could never in my life even, first of all, think about doing that, then go through with it, and then fucking hide the body like they did. Like, how is someone in their, and this is someone that's supposed to be like a leader in the military? Like, how does that, I don't understand. Like, that's one thing I will never ever grasp, is how someone can even just go through something like that. Like, it's fucking sick. It is very sick. It's pathetic. She definitely deserves her justice, and I can only feel for her, especially her mom and her family. Like, it's so heartbreaking. Like, I can't even imagine what it's like to go through something like that.
Last
So
thoughts
heartbreaking.
on Vanessa again?
That was my thoughts on it. What about yours?
Just that I hope this opens people's eyes on sexual abuse. If you know anyone going through it, speak up. If you're going through a domestic violence situation, get out of it before it gets ugly. If you see red flags on domestic violence, make it aware. Tell someone. Don't allow it to repeatedly happen, because it can get worse, and you do not want to be 6 feet under. Period. I think it's sick to know that Vanessa Guillen died that way. No one should die like that. No one should be treated that way. Period. I think that we as a community need to come together to bring some awareness and fight for justice. And I hope by speaking about it, it brings people's awareness too as well.
We have so many comments, like, I can't even.
And we appreciate the love and support from everyone watching with us and sharing your thoughts. It's one of these topics that we're going to talk about, and maybe on the next show we're going to talk about a little bit about the Jeffrey. Now I can't think of his last name. Epstein,
however the fuck you pronounce it.
Jeffrey Epstein, and the flight list and the sex trafficking. That's a real topic too, and we there's just a lot of mess going on in this world.
I feel like we could go on and on about everything right now.
And we can. And again, shout out to Royal Dreams for the apparel. Anybody that has their apparel that they want us to go ahead and wear, or you want Miss Nat Boogie to wear, you don't need to have me wear it, but Miss Nat Boogie to wear. If you want to include me, that's cool. But we'll be glad to do it. We're here to help and promote your business. We have accumulated over 125,000 views within the beginning of January to right now, not including this show, but prior to this show, and we're only on air every Monday night for 1 hour, a little bit over an hour sometimes, depending on the time. But again, it's 125,000 views that we've accumulated within this year alone, which is a blessing. And if you want to promote your business, this is the best way this is an alternative way for you to promote your business. And while we're right now, what we're going through with the COVID-19. So make sure to text us, make sure to inbox message us, 210-677-5289. Again, special shout out to Adrian Martinez with Smoke Barbecue Restaurant for being our sponsor for tonight, and it's just amazing to see what we're doing with the show.
Yeah, definitely come
Episode
along.
number 74. Next Monday is 75.
That's just crazy to me. Almost at 100.
What do you got going on this week?
Isn't Kendo fighting?
Kendo, yes,
tomorrow on ESPN?
Yes. Shout out to Kendo.
San Antonio Boxers been doing their thing last week and this week.
Kendo Tremendo! If you don't know who Kendo is, he is by far one of the most humblest young athletes in San Antonio, up and rising, really good fighter. I've seen him fight firsthand, knock someone out. He is a mean, fighter. He's a really good boxer, smart boxer, and I think he's probably one of the next big thing here in San Antonio.
Do you remember what episode we had him on? Because I know we had him as a guest last year sometime.
It was
Do you
last year
know
sometime,
what episode it was?
I can't remember.
He was really cool, though. It was
He's
my
really
first
cool.
time meeting him, but he was really, really cool.
He's a really outgoing guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's polite. You know that? Like, he's really, he has manners.
Yeah, no, he was really cool. So I'm glad I was able to meet him. But that's a big deal. Fighting on ESPN,
He's going to be on ESPN
tomorrow night.
yeah.
So make sure to tune into that.
He's the main event too, as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's the main event.
That's a big deal. Okay.
Let's show some love to San Antonio, Kendo Tremendo, and I'm gonna be watching it. I know that I am.
Anything else you're doing this weekend?
This week, let's see. This week, no, nothing really. Just gonna be working nonstop and just, I guess, see what happens with all this celebrity stuff and sports things that are happening.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
50 Cent.
We couldn't even get through the whole
I know,
list
we
of
couldn't
topics.
get the list. Shout out to Pop Smoke. He had his album. I listened to some of it. It was really good. There's a beef between 50 Cent and DJ Clue. There's a versus that T.I. is trying to get 50 Cent to go against him. It's all over Instagram. It's crazy. 50 Cent, T.I.
Versus I just watched last week.
50 Cent and
it was Fabulous and Jadakiss. That's what it was. Okay.
50 Cent and T.I. Who do you got?
T.I.
T.I.? You got T.I.?
That's hard.
I'm going with 50.
I like both of them.
I like both of them, but
I'm
I'm going with 50 on this one.
It depends on.
I think if you go
There was a time I really was writing really hard.
I like
for
T.I.
I
like
for
T.I. too.
50 Cent. There was a time I was writing so hard for 50 Cent and his music, like Many Men. That's my shit. So there's both of them have some fucking.
Waiting.
Both of them have 21
in the club,
questions.
21 yeah,
but
21
both of them
questions.
have some fucking hits. That's going to be a hard
Motivation.
one. I hope they make this happen. I would like to see that.
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man.
Like, there's so many hits.
Yeah.
Hit for hit, that would be a good one. I would say 50 Cent. That's mine. You say T.I. then?
I don't know. That's a hard one for me.
She's not gonna say it right now.
That's hard for me.
Let's see. What do y'all think? But again, there's a lot of things that we didn't really get a touch on tonight. But this week, going to work nonstop. If anybody has a special guest that wants to come on the show, please inbox message us or text us. If you want to sponsor the show, make sure to inbox message us or text us.
AKA slide in the DMs. I feel like it's an easier way to say it.
My social media, it's official MikeAnthony.Torres for Instagram. For the business, All Access MA, Facebook and Instagram. And Late Nights with All Access here. We do have a website, www.latenightstv.com. We do have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And we will soon have an Instagram for episode number 75. It should be up and launched then. So We're excited for that as well. And on the Instagram, we're going to go ahead and upload every single guest on there, every single flyer that has been made. That's a lot of flyers, a lot of pictures, a lot of everything. But we will make sure to update our Instagram page too. So you're going to be able to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and our website as well.
Really quick, I want to shout out to Angela. I'm not sure if I know you personally, Angela, but I know she commented on our flyer earlier, and she gave me the little heart eyes. So what's up, girl? Appreciate you watching. Laura said 50 Cent. She said, like I said earlier, he murdered Ja Rule's career before it even blew up. Your homeboy, Ja Rule.
I know, Ja Rule. Poor Ja Rule.
So this weekend,
happy birthday to 50 Cent. This is his birthday today.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is birthday.
Happy birthday, 50 Cent. Have you seen that stupid joke? What did 50 do when he got hungry? 58.
58.
Don't delete me.
Don't delete me.
I do want to shout out because UFC Fight Island is, I think it's like Abu Dhabi or something like that. I may have gotten that wrong. But UFC Fight Island is this weekend on, I don't know if it's just this weekend, but bless you.
Excuse me, sorry.
Bless you. UFC Fight Island is a thing. And I know I did see that Masvidal and I forgot the other guy's name, like something with a U, is fighting. And Masvidal had a crazy ass fight last time. He won in like 10 seconds maybe of getting in the ring with a flying knee kick thing. So I'm going for him. But that's supposed to be really good on Saturday. So that's the only thing I'll probably do on Saturday. Other than that, I don't have plans, man. I've been straight chilling at home. I've been quarantining. I've been trying to be safe out there. So, no plans. But, yeah. Did you give your social media already?
Yes, ma'am.
You did? Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well,
Yours.
So, yeah, I know. So thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. If you want to slide in my DMs, holla at me. If you have a local clothing line, if you know someone that does, shoot me a message so I can definitely rock them and promote them on the show. Alexis, let us know your info about your strawberries so we can talk about them next week as well. But yeah, I'm Natalie Charlene on Facebook, Nat Boogie, no E, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Feel free to holla at me. And once again, guys, thank you so much, everyone that tuned in tonight. We had a lot of viewers tonight. A lot of people showing love. So thank you everyone that tuned in tonight, that continues to tune in, that shows love, that interacts with us, because y'all are what makes this show happen and makes this show continue to happen.
For next Monday, we're going to be giving away $100. So make sure to tune in, tell all your friends, and we're going to tell you the rules for throughout the week. So episode number 75. Actually, we'll make it $75. No, we'll make it $100. $100.
You can't take it away. You already said $100.
So $100, yeah. So $100 you'll be giving away for next Monday, okay?
I didn't even know about that, so that's even better. So make sure you tune in next Monday, guys. It's Late Nights with All Access with Mike Anthony and myself right here. Late Nights with All Access Facebook page. You can catch us every Monday at 10:30 p.m. ish. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all have a good night. Peace.